What's up, guys? Today's video is if she says any of these 10 things, it's already too late. Okay, guys, so you're gonna hear some of these things throughout your relationship, and if you start hearing these, I'm sorry, man, but it's already too late. Let's get right into it. Number one, what do you think about having a threesome? Now, a lot of you guys are gonna be like, okay, well, that's awesome. Like, my girl wants to have a threesome with me? Like, that is a man's dream. You're gonna be thinking, oh my gosh, I get two girls at once? This is freaking crazy. And yes, I'm talking about when a girl wants another girl or another guy, but typically it's gonna be another girl because no guy is gonna agree to have another guy pipe their woman. But what she's saying is you don't satisfy her yourself anymore. You're not enough for her anymore. She wants to sleep with others without feeling guilt. Okay? So you're gonna think, oh my gosh, yes, let's do this threesome. But in reality, she emotionally is kind of done with you, sexually done with you. She wants to sleep with other people. And if you say yes, I guarantee you have a 60 to 70 to 80% chance of that relationship being over after the fact. If you ever have a threesome, the only way I see myself ever having a threesome is if it's with two random women that I've just met. Two random women. Okay, it cannot be with a partner and then somebody else. It just cannot be that way. Now, notorious relationship ender, as I just said, it's gonna end a relationship. Don't freaking do it. And if you hear it, guess what? It's probably over. Number two is I need to find myself again. So you're gonna hear this when she's saying stuff like, I need to find myself again. I wanna go travel, do some solo traveling. You know, I feel like I'm just losing myself in the relationship. She doesn't know who she is anymore. But she wants to become a version of herself independent of you. So sometimes women, they want to reinvent themselves, but the only way for them to do that is to get away from you. If she wants to become a goth girl, a goth alternative chick, groupie, but you've only ever known her as the sweet, innocent church girl, she's not going to think she's going to be able to become that new girl if she's still with you. So she's gonna leave you and then become that girl, and then somebody who doesn't know her will only know her as that person. She doesn't want to be tied to the past where people know her as this innocent girl when she wants to be a bad girl now. And I put here, she's not going to Bali to meditate. She's going to Bali to get that new experience, to get that new dick. Number three is, my ex reached out, but I didn't respond. Okay, so she's letting you know her ex still has access to her. If he was blocked, you wouldn't be able to text her. If he was blocked everywhere like he should be, he wouldn't be able to reach out to her. Yeah, he can call her on an unknown number, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about he reached out and she apparently didn't respond. Okay? Now, she will say she deleted the message. She's going to say that, but she didn't delete the message. And if she did delete the message, it's in her recently deleted. Yeah, fun fact, guys, if they delete a text, it still goes into the recently deleted. So you got to check that as well. I've never been through a girl's phone because I don't give a fuck, okay? That's up to you to decide if you want to do that. It's going to show she has lingering feelings for her ex because she's telling you, he reached out, but I didn't respond. But it really just means she has lingering feelings. She's letting you know he's there. He's there. If you screw up, he's still there. He still wants me, okay? So know that. If she's bringing up her ex like this, saying he reached out, you know, she's just telling you, she might go back to him if you mess up. Number four, she's gonna say something like, you just never get it. You never understand. You just don't know how I feel, okay? She feels like you're on different wavelengths. She doesn't feel like mentally you're both tapped into the same plane here. She's gonna think she doesn't want to confide in you anymore. She doesn't want to go deep with you anymore because she thinks you just don't get it. You're not on her level. You're not on her level mentally, spiritually, emotionally. She just doesn't get that same hit from telling you things. And she's going to start looking for outside emotional validation, whether that's other men or other women, but she's not coming to you for it anymore, okay? And that's going to sting. You're going to feel it. But if she ever says, you just never get it, you just don't understand, you just never understand me, it's probably over soon, my guy. Number five, it feels like we're roommates. I'm sure every one of you has heard this at some point, whether from a friend or from somebody else. But the second she says something like that, it means you feel like a friend. You feel like a friend to her. The attraction's gone, the passion's gone, and emotional death has begun. Okay? So emotionally, she's kind of tapped out. She's kind of giving up. You feel like a roommate. You're not doing the deed so often anymore. You touch her and she pulls away. You go for the kiss, she pulls away. There's no more makeouts. Okay? She feels like she just comes home to a man in her house. That's what she feels like. Now, you're gonna have to go look at my other videos to keep that attraction going, keep that spark. But basically, this is the pussy way of saying, I lost the spark. I don't feel anything for you anymore. Number 6, I'm tired of us fighting. She's gonna say, I'm tired of us fighting. And you're gonna think, oh, well, me too. Like, we need to just improve our relationship and we won't fight anymore. But what she's really saying is, she's not saying let's solve things. She's saying she stopped caring enough to even argue anymore. And the second women stop caring enough to argue, guess what? It's over. All right? She's saving her energy for the next guy. She knows there's another guy who she's going to really care to argue with, who she's going to want to argue with. She's going to feel that passion, but she doesn't feel it with you anymore. Okay? So when she says, I'm tired of us fighting, she's going to say, I'm so tired of us fighting. And you're going to think, me too, babe. But no, she means she's done fighting with you, period. Amen. She doesn't want to fight with you anymore because it's not worth fighting for. Number 7, she's going to say, I miss when we first started dating. If you ever hear that statement, she's basically saying she's craving that new relationship feel. That feeling with the sparks, with the dopamine, the hits. You know, she thinks you've changed. She thinks you've changed and you've lowered her attraction. You used to really spark her attraction. You used to be hitting the gym 24/7. You used to be looking good. You used to be talking to other women. All these things you used to be doing, you're not doing them anymore. And she misses how you used to be at the start, which she's never going to tell you what exactly you're missing. She's just going to say, I miss when we first started dating, because she can't really put these things into words. She can't say, oh, I miss when you used to talk to other women. That sounds insane. She can't say, oh, I miss when you used to leave me on open for 6 hours. You know, sometimes she doesn't even know what changed, but she knows something did. And it's very, very difficult to recover from this. So if she ever says, I miss when we first started dating, I mean, shit, you're not even going to know where to start. So it's probably going to be over. Number 8 is going to be, we never do anything. I'm sure you might have heard this before in a past relationship. She's going to say, we never do anything anymore. We never do anything fun. You never take me out. Basically, she's saying just being with you isn't enough anymore. She's saying even if you do something interesting, it's not going to scratch the same itch. So when she says we never do anything, when you're with the right person, it doesn't matter if you're sitting on the couch, if you're sleeping. If she wants you, she wants you, period, amen. She will stay with you, and she will not say something like that. Now, she also might be saying she wants an upgraded lifestyle. She might be saying, okay, well, there's all these other guys who might take me to Ibiza, take me to Turks and Caicos, take me to these very nice restaurants, and you're just not doing it. We never do anything anymore. And when we do, it's not high quality enough for me. Okay, I don't want to go to Applebee's anymore. I want to go to at least cheesecake. But even that is low tier. Okay? So if she says we never do anything, guess what? It's probably about to be over. Number 9, I just feel numb lately. She's going to say, I just feel numb lately. I don't really feel anything. She's emotionally shutting down. She's not trying to reconnect with you. She's saying she's gone numb, and there's really nothing that's going to take her out of it. Okay? Because you're not hitting those spots anymore. You're not hitting her dopamine. She's disassociating from the relationship. She's gone completely numb. She doesn't care if you get into an argument. She doesn't care if you leave her on open. She just does not care. She would actually prefer if you just disappeared. And she's probably going to self-sabotage until the relationship ends. So if she ever says, I just feel numb, or I just feel numb lately, if you don't change something fast, It's over. And number 10 is we should take a break. This is one of the oldest ones in the book, okay? She's going to say we should take a break. And you're going to agree to it. You're going to be like, yeah, I agree. Like, I need some space as well. Like, let's take a break and figure out where we stand. But everyone knows she just wants the freedom of being single with you as a safety net. She can go out during this break. She can sleep with somebody else and she can say, oh, we were on a break. Why'd you agree to the break? If you didn't want me to do that, why did you agree? She's going to leave you with no options. But what she really wanted was that freedom of being single. Because everybody knows a break equals a breakup with benefits. Now, whether those benefits come in an emotional package where you're just still there on the sidelines giving her emotional validation, or it comes as just, a friendship, she's going to make sure she's still getting some type of benefits from you while you're on this break, okay? Now, you need to walk away immediately. If she says we should take a break, say, no, that's fine. We're actually just going to break up. I don't do breaks. Breaks aren't my style. I know a break just means, a breakup with benefits, and I'm just not that guy, okay? You need to stand firm in this, and then she'll completely change your mind. She'll come back tomorrow and be like, babe, I don't want to do this. This isn't real. Tell me this isn't real, babe, okay? But you're going to say, no, it is real. You shouldn't have asked for a break. We're done. Sorry. And that's it, guys. As always, this is not everything, but if she says any of these 10 things, I'm sorry, brother. It's already too late. Now, if you got anything out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.